Hi, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. We are trying a different subreddit today, and it is the Am I Overreacting subreddit. So, without further ado, let's not waste any more time and read these stories. We have 3 different stories for you today, so let's see what we're getting ourselves into. So, the first one is, am I overreacting for quitting a babysitting job on the spot after the mum insulted me? I would quit too if the person who's asking me to look after their child insults me. I mean, I'm here to do you a favour. Though I'm getting paid for it, I'm still here to do you a favour. Maybe you should treat me a little bit nicer. Anyway, let's see if you were overreacting or not. I don't think you were, but we'll find out. Okay, so I, 22 female, have been babysitting for a family every weekday morning for an hour. I take care of 2 kids, get them ready and drop them off at school using Uber. I charge $16 an hour, and I've often stayed a bit longer without charging extra. Recently, the mum asked if I could babysit from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. during the kids' break. I said I'd be more than happy. She asked about the rate, and I said my rate would stay the same, $16 an hour. She said we should talk a flat rate for the entire day instead. I suggested that since it's about 8 hours, I could do the whole day for $115. She immediately said I was taking advantage of the situation, and said she would only pay $50 for the entire day. When I said that doesn't work for me, she started yelling, and I said I was greedy, along with some really harsh personal comments about my appearance that felt completely unnecessary. I told her I wouldn't be continuing at all, quit on the spot, and left. Since then, she has been constantly texting me saying I'm unprofessional and that I didn't give them any notice to find someone else, among other things. I told her I won't be returning. Am I overreacting for quitting and refusing to go back? Edit. Thank you to everyone who responded. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to clarify that I know quitting was the right decision. What I was unsure about is whether I overreacted by quitting on the spot and leaving them without childcare or any time to figure something out. I saw a few comments saying it was obvious, which I understand. I also want to clarify that where I'm from, minimum wage is $16 an hour. At the time, I was desperate and without a job, so I based my rate on that and never increased it from then. Since then, I've done occasional babysitting for others and now charge $18.50 an hour. Okay, so hang on. I need a calculator. I'm using my spare phone. It's a prop up. Okay, I don't know if this does. Yes, my laptop does have a calculator. Okay, so if I can get it to work. Okay, so 16 times 8, 128. So you charging 115 for the day, flat rate, isn't even like the full thing. 50? They wanted you to charge them 50. That's what, hang on, minus 50. I'm really bad at math. That didn't work at all. Minus, my laptop doesn't want to click when I'm clicking. Minus 50. They wanted you to charge, they wanted you to charge $78 under like how much would be the top 16 per hour. Right, what's clear, come on, what's 115 minus the 50? These people already have the answers and I'm just stupid. 65. 65. Under an already lowered, because that's what, 25. So that's already $13 under the top what you should be paying. And now you want, nah, because then that's 75. You already know that. What? Stop. No. The audacity. She's doing you a favour by doing longer hours. She said yes, take it. She even agreed to picking a flat rate, which is under the full price. Come on now, honey. Come on now. No, you're not overreacting. God damn. Okay. So top comment, of course not. You determine what kind of treatment you allow. Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm doing you a favour by staying longer for your kids, and you choose to insult me. Not only by calling me greedy, she said she said stuff about her body. So she didn't just call her greedy, she insulted her appearance. I'm like, what does that have to do with it? What does the appearance have to do with it? I'd get it if it was me, I mean, covered in tattoos, but no, I don't, you're definitely not overreacting. Let's read another comment. Get off that feed there. Another top comment is, if she doesn't want to pay you a professional rate, then she doesn't get the exact professional behaviour out of you. Not overreacting. Exactly. And okay, if we're talking professional behaviour, where is your professional customer behaviour? We have to be professional on both sides. Where's your professional behaviour in this business customer exchange? Where's just saying. Okay, so let's move on to story 2. This one is slightly longer. Okay, so am I overreacting to my wife's pranking? And by that, I'm assuming you mean it's not a prank. And she thinks it's a prank, probably thinks it's funny. So, is it a prank? And is she overreacting? Okay, let's get into this. My wife and I have been married for 14 plus years, 3 kids, high functioning marriage, love of my life, but her response to something tonight is really bothering me. For context, I hate pranks. I've hated them for years. Anytime anyone has ever played one or asked me to be part of playing one, I state my displeasure and opt out. My wife knows this, and she has been told this many times. In our first year of marriage, she played this prank that ended up scaring me, and I literally ended up crying. I'm a baby, I know. Mostly because pranks just make me so sad, so mad. Specifically, I hate how pranks take advantage of people's trust in others. Still, in 14 years, she has played them from time to time on on me or one of our kids, I always shake my head, restate my feelings, and often just move on. By the way, it's never anything super dramatic. Usually it's just something relatively harmless, like like what? A couple of weeks ago, my wife saw this Instagram video where someone said there was something going on with their jaw, and to ask someone to touch it because they think they have dog jaw. Something I've seen. This is on Instagram or TikTok, I don't know. Then when the person touched it, they snapped at the person's finger. She showed it to my youngest daughter, who, when I took her out for ice cream, did it to me. I was frustrated. Told her I was, reiterated my feelings, and she apologized. I said, it's okay, just please not again. And boom, all good. However, she told my wife what happened a couple of days later, and for some reason, my wife then successfully pulled the prank on me again. Yes, I am a gullible and naive person. And I got mad at her. I stepped away so as to not blow up, and she followed me after a few minutes, and I, relatively calmly, reiterated my feelings on those kinds of interactions. She apologized, and I asked her to please not do those kinds of things. She agreed, balance restored. But tonight we were eating dinner all together, and my girls and I were being goofy and laughing together. My wife, who is genuinely funny and creative person, said she had an idea and asked me to put in some noise cancelling headphones to play a game. I said sure, and she put the music on and asked me to lip read what my middle child was saying. Fun enough, right? I did this for a minute or so, and my wife is dying laughing holding my phone. She had called my dad and was having me converse with him based on my largely unsuccessful lip reading. When I noticed, I pulled out my earbuds, explained what was going on to my dad, apologised, and hung up the phone. We didn't say much after that. Immediately, I told her that I wish she hadn't done that, and she got quiet. When she rose from the table a few minutes later, I followed her, and out of earshot from the kids, said, I know that you know I don't like pranks, and it makes me feel used for entertainment when you do them. I don't understand why you continue to do them to me. Please stop. And she walked out of the room, literally grunted, huh? As a response, and has yet to apologise or acknowledge what I said. So, am I overreacting? Am I being too sensitive to something that is relatively harmless and my wife is trying to be playful with? Or am I justified to set and expect this boundary from my wife is being negligent to my requests? No, you are not overreacting. You've told her, you've been together for 14 plus years, you've told her many times, and she's disrespected that boundary every single time. And in the end here, ignoring what you're saying to her by going, huh? And walking out the room. She heard you. She don't give a flying fuck. And she's going to continue doing it. I don't know how you continue with that, because I'm going to assume that your relationship is perfectly fine. Other than this one boundary. And obviously, you love her. You've got your 2 kids. Your girls. You said 2 kids? You got your girls. You got all your girls. And I wouldn't say stepping out on this relationship is the choice to make. But she seriously needs to sit and listen to you when you tell her, I don't like pranks. Please do not do it. I don't like people sneaking up behind me and going, making me jump. Fucking hate it. I've made a point of it. My partner does not do it. It's coming up 9 years together and he does not do it. That is how your partner should be behaving. Is you don't like it? Okay, I won't pull pranks on you, but is it okay that I pull pranks on our daughters? Because they don't mind. They find it funny. That's how she should react. It's like, okay, I won't do it to you, but is it okay to do it with the kids? And we just leave you out of it. That's how that should be played. She is an asshole. I know we're not reading the Am I That Asshole newsfeed, but she is straight up asshole. She obviously doesn't love you enough to follow that boundary. I don't know what to do in that situation, because other than that, I mean, you said at the beginning that you're great, so I don't know what to say to you, or what to do other than like set a boundary of like, I'm not telling you to stop doing pranks. You can do them, just not with me. So let's read the top comment. Not overreacting. Doesn't matter if it's harmless. If it's something that bothers you, why would she do it? It can be the smallest thing, but we need to respect people's boundaries. You're not asking for her to stop something that is necessarily unnormal. It's something that is completely avoidable, and she can do it to anyone else in the world. That's fine. That finds it funny. I think a joke is only funny if both people laugh, not if one is being laughed at. I would prank her with something ridiculous and tell her you have cancer. That's not. Then say you're joking. No, actually, no. There is a way of pranking her to upset her without using cancer as the joke. Like you said, it's not a joke, but cancer is never anything to joke about in the slightest. Not even for revenge like this. Do not do that. Don't do that. But there's probably a way where you can prank her that would upset her, and then she'd understand. But I don't think she will, because she likes pranks and she won't listen to you about it. So, but I do agree with the first part of it, that regardless of how small the boundary is and how ridiculous she might think it is, it's your boundary. She should stick to it. And after 14 plus years and she's not sticking to it, my dude, we've got problems. I still think you should sit her down and tell her you can do pranks to anyone you wish in this world, just leave me out of it. And if she still doesn't respect that and still goes, it's just a harmless prank, yeah, I'd be like, okay, fine, we're going to therapy, or I don't know what the next step would be. But after 14 years and she still doesn't respect, I would be out the door. Okay. So, hair has just landed in front of my face. Got it? Okay. Third and final story. Okay. Am I overreacting for moving out without telling my family after they kept treating me like the backup parent? No. Absolutely not. Okay, might be an overreaction. Or a very valid reaction. I mean, I am the younger child. so of my family. So I've never had to like basically be the backup parent. So let's see what let's just read and find out what's going on here, and then we can make judgment. Okay. I, 23 female, still live at home with my parents and my 3 younger siblings. Ever since I turned 16, I've basically been treated as a third parent instead of an actual daughter. My parents both work, which I understood at first, so I helped out with the babysitting, cooking, cleaning, homework, all of it. But over the years, it stopped being helping and became expected. Yeah, that's the only problem. If I went out with friends, my mum would spam call me asking when I would be coming home because the kids needed dinner. If I said I was tired after work, my dad would tell me, "Welcome to adulthood," and still ask me to watch the kids while they relaxed. My younger siblings even started calling me instead of my parents whenever they needed permission for something because they knew I was the one actually taking care of them. Meanwhile, my older brother, 27 male, still lives at home too and does actually absolutely nothing. He leaves dishes everywhere, sleeps until noon on weekends, and somehow nobody expects him to help because he's tired from work. Apparently only daughters are built for unpaid labour. Is this sexist? Okay. Your reaction? Totally valid. A few months ago, I secretly started apartment hunting because I realised I was genuinely miserable. I felt guilty because I love my siblings, but I started noticing I was having panic attacks before coming home from work because I knew the second I walked in, someone would need something from me. Last week, I finally signed a lease and told my parents yesterday I was moving out next month. My mum cried immediately and asked how I could abandon the family like this. My dad got angry and asked how they were supposed to manage everything without me. Not once did either of them ask if I was excited or happy. The worst part is my younger siblings overheard the argument and started crying because my parents kept saying things like, "I guess your sister doesn't care about us anymore." Now extended family is missing me, saying I'm selfish for leaving when my parents need help, and that family is supposed to sacrifice for each other. But honestly, I feel lighter just knowing I'm getting out soon. Am I overreacting? Absolutely fucking not. What do you mean? Hang on. Hold the fucking phone. You are not just looking after your younger siblings. You are also cleaning up after your older sibling. I'm sorry, if your parents need help with an older sibling, it should be your brother. It should be your older brother. Making you do all the cooking, cleaning, homework, and saying it's a woman's job. Your mum is just as fucking bad. What the fuck? That is sexist as all hell. And your mum is on this side. She probably grew up in an era where it was more sexist. Men can do those jobs too. Get your lazy ass brother up off his fucking ass and tell him to go do those jobs. Get his ass up. Tell him that he now has to do those jobs because you're moving out. No, you're not staying. And no, you shouldn't be belittled and bullied by your parents for leaving. You're not just leaving because you're sick to death of being the extra parent. You're leaving because of mental health, having mental breakdowns, and it's not good for you. You're not overreacting, honey. I wouldn't have even told them. I'd have just gone out the door. Bye. Your parents suck. They really suck. What's the point in having all these kids and just not looking after them? Don't have kids then. You don't have kids to look after your younger kids. That's not how that works. You also don't get to be sexist towards your daughter. No, she should have moved out fucking sooner. I'm sorry, what? No, you're not overreacting. Get out. Not overreacting. You told them to too early escape. Yeah, I would have told them. Yes, but you told them too early. Be careful. Okay. How are they going to manage? Maybe get your lazy ass brother to take the turn since he's living there free, or better yet, watch their own damn kids. Yeah, exactly. The brother. The fucking brother. This makes me want to like punch someone, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, why is the lazy ass brother not doing it? The brother, come on now. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just hung up at the fact that, hang on, you have an older brother and it's you that has to do it because you're the female. I can dress him up in a dress and a wig, and then you've got yourself another female. There you go. It's just a family of women have to do the job. And purposely upsetting the younger sister or brother or whatever the sibling's gender is. I'm not going to assume. Because you just said siblings. Purposefully upsetting the younger kids and making them cry. No, you guys shouldn't be parents. What the fuck? You should not be parents. Because first of all, you should be getting your lazy ass son up out of bed and making him do stuff. Second of all, you should not be making your oldest daughter look after your kids. She is still your kid. You should be treating her as such. You are not overreacting. You are underreacting. I'm sorry. You're underreacting. That is an underreaction. I'm sorry. Anyway, now that last story sort of like boiled my blood just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you to everyone who's recently joined the channel, to everyone who tunes into these videos, whether this is your first one or you've watched them all or just a couple, whether you're returning or not, thank you for tuning in. If you liked this, then please like, comment your thoughts, some subreddits, some stories you want me to read from, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you know when I next upload one of these videos, and I will see you all lovely people in the next one. Bye.